did start.
It did!
Hi everybody.
Hi guys.
How is everybody doing?
It's been forever since we've
Been a while.
done YouTube.
Yep.
It's been since 2020
Yeah.
by myself, and then 2019 together. So it's been a minute.
Been a while, and we're happy to be back. We've decided to use our channel to do some other things, like share some immigration information and advice based on our experience and our knowledge working in employment services. So we're going to kick off our immigration
Series.
Yeah.
If you want
immigration
to call it that.
Yeah. Good.
So where is this coming from? You're probably wondering. Some of you probably not. So back in 2018, 19, Babe did this book. This is actually the revised version. And since then, we have, even before then, to be honest, we have gotten a lot of questions, inquiries about how we come to Canada, what we need to do, what's the easiest way, how to find a job, you name it, we've gotten those questions. So we figure, we have the platform, why not put it out here so you guys can get the information as much as possible, and we have some fun while we're doing it, and we take you wherever we're going. So if you catch us in the house, we'll do it in the house.
So now we're at Campbell River Park in Surrey, about 10 minutes from where we live. It's a nice, cool evening. So, why did we decide to come to Canada, and how did we do it? Well, we decided to come because we wanted more opportunity, we wanted to do something different, and we just wanted to kind of feed ourselves in our marriage and personally, right? And Jamaica was not doing it for us. Those of you who don't know, we are from Jamaica. We're from Montego Bay, Jamaica. At the time we were talking about moving to Canada, Tash was working in Montego Bay as a social worker, and I was working in Kingston
As a researcher.
at the Korean Embassy as a researcher. So we were talking and we were saying we want to be in the same space and try something different, because the things we wanted to do, Jamaica just didn't give us the space to do it. And those of you who are Jamaican, you know what Jamaica is. You want to explore, you want to do business, you want to, do different things. Some opportunities are just not there. So we wanted to explore. So we started looking, and
I decided to go back to school. Now, initially, when we spoke about me going back to school, we're thinking along the lines of me getting my master's, because I only have a bachelor's of science in social work. So I figured, okay, I don't really want to go back to school, but if I am going back to school, why not get my master's undone? However, we decided to switch that. So I did go to school, but I did, I got in on a diploma course to do criminal justice, which was a 2-year program. After starting that program,
so stick a pin.
okay.
Tasha applied
Oh,
to
sorry.
Okanagan College.
I jump in the story.
Yeah, she jumped that little bit. So she applied to Okanagan College in Kelowna, British Columbia.
Right.
Right?
Which is a small town in BC.
BC. Very nice, quaint tourism town on Okanagan Lake. So she got in, right? And Okanagan College is a designated learning institution. So what's that?
Pay attention to that.
Those are schools in Canada that are accredited to train international students. So if you're applying to school, ensure that the school is a designated learning institution. So she applied and she got in. And then...
But even before we go any further, DLI, what that really means is that after you finish your program of study, you will get a postgraduate work permit, which is what you need to get employment once you're done with school, right?
Yeah. So,
and if you're still looking around, it's a park, so you have people passing by, so I get distracted. So right. So I got into that program After I received my letter of acceptance, then I had to gather my documents. I had to show proof of funds. So I sold my car, we sold appliances, we did whatever it is that we had to do to get the money together. Show proof of funds, show the acceptance letter. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Of course, your
Fill out some forms.
yeah. And one of the things that in terms of knowing what you'll need, once you go in to apply for your student visa, you will want to fill out certain questions. It will generate a checklist for you, and that will determine what you will need to upload to IRCC in order to get your documents.
So where do you fill out those questions? It is on canada.ca, right? That's where you go and you click on immigration and citizenship, and then it will take you in to the portal where you can create a free account to create your application for your study or work visa. So remember that website, canada.ca or cic.gc.ca.
And don't worry, we're going to link some of these things that we mentioned.
Yeah, so click on the link in the description. So you'll get those.
So once I did that, it didn't take long. Of course, this was pre-COVID, so it didn't take a long time for me to hear back from them. After I heard back from them, I got my visa at that point. So we didn't apply together because remember the part about showing enough
proof of
money
funds,
so you can support yourself when you come to Canada.
Yeah.
So this is what we did. All right. So me apply first, send them the thing. I say, listen, I have the money. We can cover the school fee. We can take care of myself. Once that was done, then Babe applied separately. Now, when he was applying separate, because we're married, he only had to show a copy of my visa, my student visa, and then that automatically allowed him to obtain an open work permit, so he could come along with me and he would be able to obtain employment from any employer.
So how it works is once you apply to school and you're accepted, your spouse is now eligible for an open work permit as the spouse of an international student. Those of you who don't know. So it's straightforward. Now that COVID is a bit kind of ending and they're going back to normal processing, you can look into that, and they consider common law relationships as official as long as you can show proof that you've been together for a while and it's real. So once you get into school, your spouse can apply for an open work permit. That makes life easy, because once you get to Canada, your spouse can apply for any job in any company while the other one goes to school. Right?
And that was pretty helpful because I couldn't work. So as a student, you are not allowed to work more than 20 hours per week while you are studying. Now, when school closed, so for example, if you go on summer vacation, you're not doing school during the summer, then you're allowed to obtain employment up to 40 hours per week.
Yeah.
But while school is going on, only 20 hours. Currently, they are lobbying for 30 hours per week, but we're not there yet. All right, but stay tuned because we have a lot more of these videos coming.
Yeah.
And as information with IRCC, they update regular, very regular.
It's very important that you read, because the information is updated so often, so frequently, that if you're not reading, you may miss out on something. And again, if you're not reading, someone can easily scam you. And there are many scammers out there saying they can get you this and that, work permits, study permits, and get to Canada fast. Those are scams. So you have to be careful and make sure you're reading. Where do you find the information? In the links below in the description, right? Go on those websites and take some time to read. And of course, reach out to us and we can help you. I am not yet an immigration consultant, but I will get there. Until then, I have taken the time to put together this book. This book is Immigrating to Canada, Prepare for Change, the revised edition. It's available on Amazon. in ebook and paperback. It gives you really good information on what to do to make the decision, what to do before you leave your home country, arrival, finding housing, living expenses, knowing your NOT code, job searching, studying.
What's NOT code?
Your NOT code is the National Occupation Classification Code, which is attached to every job or occupation in Canada. So it's very important that you read up on that and know what it means and know what it entails. So when you get here, you don't accept any job, because you need to have certain jobs in order for those jobs to be counted towards your permanent resident application when that time comes. Right? So it's a lot, but we're going to break it down for you bit by bit. That's pretty much how we started, how we got here.
School.
And then funding, don't worry about it. As we said, we had cars. My car had a lien on it. So when I sold it, I paid off the bank and I had some left. Tash owned hers, so she sold that one. We sold appliances, as we mentioned before. So whatever you can liquidate to add to that bank account, do it. Because you're moving to Canada.
Right.
And the intention is you're going to stay here for the long term. So you're leaving your country and you're coming here. So why not get rid of those things, right? I mean, if you have a house, you might want to rent it or put it up for Airbnb, whichever you choose, depending on where you live. You know, it's up to you. And if you're married and you have children, then it's more consideration what you do to get those funds together. And if you have children as well, it's important you look in the city where you're going and reach out to those school boards or school to ask questions about how to get your child into school.
Because your child will also need to get a study permit in order
to
go
study
to
in
school,
Canada, right? So all those little details are important for you to reach out to schools, ask questions, find out what to do to get your child in, find out the cost of daycare as a foreigner. So, you know, it depends on where you are. They are working now to decrease the cost of daycare across provinces. I mean, I know Alberta is down right now. BC is trending down. So daycare is in high demand. So sometimes you have to go on a waiting list. So if you have children and you're coming, do that extra checking. So you are prepared. If you're just husband and wife, then it's kind of quicker, right? And not much to consider. And
also, depending on the number of persons in your family, that will also determine how much money you need to show. And all this is on their website. Right? So don't go listening to these consultants, because we have helped a lot of people. Thankfully, we're in the position to do so as it relates to just guiding them and providing the information that they need. But we've heard some crazy stories about
a lot
what it is that the consultants can provide, as well as, you know, how much money that they charge to help you. It's ridiculous. So be vigilant, read, and we are going to be providing as much information as possible. The next video that we have coming after this one, we're going to be looking at DLIs across Canada. So we're going to select a few schools across the various provinces that persons can look into. All right.
And talking about consultants, they are helpful. But we're saying be vigilant. Just ensure you know what you're looking for. Do some checking so you will not overpay for services.
And some things you don't need to pay for. Some things that you literally can do for yourself. You can do for yourself.
You can do it for yourself. So try it first on your own, right? And ask questions. And then if you are stuck, you may need to go to a consultant to get some help. But be careful when you reach out to those consultants and make sure they're registered. Okay, make sure that they're registered.
All
right, until next time, guys.
So that's how we moved here. Also, leave in the comments below what it is that you want like to hear us talk about as it relates to transition into Canada, right? What specific topics or anything that you guys want us to cover, we are willing to talk about it, do the necessary research if we need to do more research, get the information to you. A lot is changing, a lot has changed since COVID. And we'll talk more about that.
All
so
right.
until next time,
See ya.
peace.